Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving our praises and honor and our glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Yahweh being the true and powerful mighty name of who the word ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, or Ahaya. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the true and powerful mighty name of who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yeshua. And the Rahakwadash is the Holy Spirit according to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who I've learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Much love and respect unto you, brothers, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom now more so than ever. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your households. I'm the brother Iwan, coming back as with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the Lord's elect. And here's an update on patient zero. Okay. The first person to receive Elon Musk's Neuralink brain implant is using it to control a mouse with their thoughts. It's an article from The Independent that was posted 4 hours ago. So let's get into it. Okay, let's see what the update is on patient zero. The first person to receive a brain implant from Elon Musk's Neuralink is using it to control a computer mouse with their thoughts, the billionaire has said. Mr. Musk announced last month that Neuralink had implanted its first chip into a person. He is still yet to give any detail of that process, though the company had advertised for someone with quadriplegia and has said that the chip is implanted by a robot surgeon. Now, in a Twitter Spaces event, Mr. Musk had revealed that the recipient appears to be well and is using the system to control the computer. Progress is good, and the patient seems to have made a recovery with no ill effects that we're aware of, and is able to control the mouse, move the mouse around the screen just by thinking. Neuralink's primary work, and that's one of those lying wonders right there, okay, that, the devil is going to deceive the world with. But Neuralink's primary work with the recipient is now attempting to make the commands more complex, so the chip could be used for different kinds of controls. Mr. Musk suggested, "We're trying to get as many button presses as possible from thinking." So that's what we're working on is, can you get left mouse, right mouse, mouse down, mouse up, he said. We want to have more than just two buttons. So we're trying to make progress on that front, but overall it's looking very good. Neuralink began its preparations for human trials after receiving regulatory approval in September. Mr. Musk has said that the system is called telepathy, but much else remains secret about the trials. Of course, because they don't want to let you know if anything bad is going on. They just want to give you the so-called good results, okay? So that they can deceive the people into taking this thing. So, I mean, it makes sense. And he's going to gatekeep on the information that's coming out, so that it'll appear to seem good and something worth getting to the masses. Okay. Where am I? Okay. The study uses a robot to surgically place a brain-computer interface implant in a region of the brain that controls the initiative to move. Neuralink has said, adding that the initial goal is to enable people to control a computer cursor or keyboard using their thoughts. So is that it? That's all you're gonna, try to get these people to do? What happened to them, so-called moving around and all that shit again with this chip, man? They're just gonna be able to move shit around on the computer. That all sounds grand to me. Okay. Neuralink, which has valued at about $5 billion last year, has faced repeated calls for scrutiny regarding its safety protocols. Reuters reported last month that the firm was fined for violating U.S. Department of Transportation rules regarding the movement of hazardous materials. And that's the end of the article. Okay, so apparently this guy is able to move a computer mouse with his mind, and that's it. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens moving forward. Okay, but I mean, let's just get the scriptures. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, that you might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Let's get this in the blue letter. Okay, so we can look at that word wiles. I believe it goes into, the trickery or deceit of the devil. Ephesians 6 and 11. I'm going to read it in the NLT this time. 6 and 11. Put on all of God's armor, so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. Yeah, because this devil's finna come at us at all different type of angles. Every angle. Okay, and if you're not built up spiritually, he's going to be able to overthrow you, to sift you out.
Strong's G 3180,
Methodiah, and it goes from outline of biblical usage. Cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Okay. And then you have here, in the Strong's definition, Methodiah from a compound of G3326 and G3593. Compare method. Traveling over, i.e. travesty, trickery, while, lie in wait. And that's what they're doing. Okay. And then Ephesians 4 and 14. Okay. It says that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Okay. And 2/3, they're gonna be tossed to and fro. They're gonna believe, anything these damn devils tell them. But those of us that, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have mercy on and allow us to receive this truth and, to know these secrets and these mysteries, we got the cheat code, we got the one up on these people. Okay? So we won't get carried about with cunning craftiness. Let me go to this in the blue letter, see if there's anything else in verse 15. Nope. Oh, and this sounds good right here. Ephesians 4:14 in the NLT. That we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. And that's, one thing that Esau, Edom, these devils, they're good at is, telling lies so good that they do sound like the truth. Okay. Let me get this. That's 2 Corinthians 11. Going into, how they tell a lie so good, they sound like the truth. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Mashiach, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Right? So all these, people on the left hand has been set up to deceive. Okay, and yeah, some of them might, come and they're wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay, they appear to be docile and harmless, but on the inside they trying to devise a way to destroy you, and that's what they're doing. Okay, with these, saying that this thing is for quadriplegics, for disabled people to help them, be able to move again, but that's just a lie that they're telling people to get them, with this mark put on them. Okay, and they're gonna have to pay for that. Okay, and I'm gonna read it again in the NLT, 2 Corinthians 2, 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. These people are false apostles. They are deceitful workers who disguise themselves as apostles of Hamashiach. But I am not surprised. Even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. And that's what the spiritual demon Satan does. And his physical counterpart, Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, does the same thing. Okay, they appear to, have Jake's best interests in mind, but it's really just to put us further in the pit. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy. Okay, verse 15, so it's no wonder that his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. In the end, they will get the punishment their wicked deeds deserve. And call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for that, because that's righteous and fair judgment. Moving on, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. I'm trying to see. I'm gonna read it in NLT. Don't be fooled by what they say, for that day will not come until there is a great rebellion against the Most High, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, and the man of sin, or the man of lawlessness, is Esau Edom. Okay? The one who brings destruction. And that's all these devils been bringing since they've been in power, was death and destruction to the world. Verse 4, he will exalt himself and defy everything that people call God and every object of worship. He will even sit in the temple of God, claiming that he himself is God. Now, you see how Esau tried to switch it around, okay? Talking about defy everything that people call God, okay? But let's continue on in verse 5. Don't you remember that I told you about all this when I was with you? And you know what is holding him back, for he can be revealed only when his times come. For this lawlessness is at work secretly, and it will remain secret until the one who is holding it back steps out the way. Then the man of lawlessness will be revealed, but the Lord Yahushua will kill him with the breath of his mouth and destroy him by the splendor of his coming. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Okay, and in the KJV it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Okay, so this is talking about Esau Edom. Okay, the self-proclaimed white man, mainly the elite of the Edomites. Okay, they're doing the work of Satan. Okay, they work for the left-hand side, and that's how they get, this power, counterfeit power, signs and miracles on the left-hand side. And that brain chip, all that is a miracle on the left-hand side. Okay. Verse 10, he will use every kind of deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that will save them. Okay, yeah, and that's talking about the Israelites. Okay, who refuse, 2/3 of the nation of Israel who refuse to hearken unto the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, which the nation of Israel consists primarily of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. You also have the Israelite foreigners who are likened unto a speckled bird, who may look like the heathen nations because they've been scattered amongst the heathen nations, but their bloodline and lineage goes back unto Jacob by way of their fathers. All right? And, that's really his main target, is the elect, well, not the elect, the nation of Israel, okay, because he's really trying to get this birthright back. So let's go to Revelation chapter 13. We'll go straight to the point. Revelations 13 and 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 which is 666. Okay. And we know that this mark is talking about the micro C-hip, the microchips. Okay. The one in the forehead is the brain chip, and then the one in the hand, because it can be the right hand or the left hand. It really doesn't matter. Where they're gonna put the grain of rice chip. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. I'm gonna read the KJV first. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And the NLT, it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And that's right. And if you pay attention to these devils, okay, they use the same playbook over and over and over, man. You just got to pay attention to the pattern and the schemes. But 2/3, they too distracted by the bread and the circuses, man. And that's gonna be to their own destruction. So let's get this. Ecclesiastes, also known as the Book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and the evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. Right? Because they're gonna, Esau is gonna make this shit sound good to the people, and people are gonna be lining up to take it. Especially, they don't let a crisis hit. This be, the light at the end of the tunnel. People are gonna be rushing in line to get this thing. But those of us of the household of faith, we know better. And we just got to continue to pray until Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he keep us from this temptation, okay? Keep us in the hour of temptation. He allows us to endure until the end. So I just wanted to go ahead and update on Patient Zero. I pray and hope that this lesson was edifying, giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessing, safety, and salutation to the hopeful elect, and to you believers and listeners out there. Shalom.